Hey. So don't say any bad words.
Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
So can I cast with you?
Hell no!
Why not? I want to join in on the cast. I'm a good caster.
Hey, who got the faith? Hey, you got the faith. Yeah, I got the faith. Do you got the faith?
When's the game gonna start?
Yeah, ain't got we trust. Hey, ain't got we trust. Keep that faith in your head high. Yeah. Hey, ain't got we trust. What do you
Boring.
think? Hey, what do you think? Not talking to money, I'm talking to God to be keeping me straight.
Alright, bye guys.
This life could be gone in the blink. Was living with nothing and no kitchen sink. Shower water came from tears and whenever it rained. Out of Dodge, living in a Dodge, and the only thing I had was faith. I was worried about the repo. I was living in a sinkhole. Looking at others and how they was living their life was the secret like Brink's Code or Victoria. We living in war times, but I always had with me the heart of a warrior. So I never quit. And I had to live in that deficit. But nothing's indefinite. So I pick up my head and I changed up my etiquette. Keep my faith high, it was evident.
My bad, I'm
Not
trying to
worried
set up
about
this mic.
physical, I'm still alive, that's the evidence. He built me
Oh, are you
up,
live
so
already?
I'm never breaking down easy like sediment. I'm
Anyone hear me or no?
repetitive. Is you learning your lesson yet? This right here is my testament. Yeah, I keep my faith and I
Okay, I'll just stay muted. Yeah, just let me know when it starts.
What do you think? Hey, what do you think? I'm counting the blessing before I count money. It's part of the rank. It's part of the rank. Hit my heart with a stake, cause I'm a wolf. I'm howling at moons. Holy Ghost, he didn't enter the room. But holy smokes, I didn't overdose. But I opened my eyes and it's all up to him, I assume. I done made it through some situations. Upstairs, made it out the basement. All I needed was the very basic. See it clear, never needed LASIK. But now I didn't open my eyes. My iris is oversized, so I see through them open lies. When they open their mouths and the locusts all
Here,
go
I'm gonna
inside.
fix
No
that
way you
real quick.
can
I'm gonna make it
alive,
to
and I
be the
swear that he
limit
really
first.
be telling lies. Told me raise up that 9 in my head, pull that trigger real slow. Now you really see open minds. Can you coincide? The feeling I get when I stop me from blowing, I know it's God. And not in my mind and my soul, I real strong. I rely on my faith and it never dies. Yeah, it never dies. Yeah, I keep my faith and I keep my head high. When I'm feeling down, I stare at the dead. I stare at the dead sky. He's fighting these things. He's fighting these things. Yeah, he made him let me go. Yeah.
Alright, no one should be able to join us.
Hey, who got the faith? Hey, you got the faith. Yeah, I got the faith. Do you got the faith? Yeah, I got the faith. Yeah. Ain't got we trust. Hey, ain't got we trust. Keep that faith in your head high. Yeah.
Can you hear me? How does my mic sound? Alright, cool.
We are now live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Champions League Week 1. It'll be Wave versus the Order. Right here's just a quick pop-up, view of who we got playing this week, what games, and then who's going to be casting them and what time.
Yeah. Yes. Did you overlay?
Oh, Crypto, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quieter, but you're decent.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, like I said, today it's first game. It's kickoff, dude. First of the season.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's, start of something great with Champions League. Starting off with a bang, obviously, with the first game of the season being game of the week, so that's exciting in itself.
I mean, yeah, it kind of has to be game of the week. It's two of the better teams in this league, I'd say. Or, well, I guess it's hard to say that as they're all pretty pro.
Yeah, everyone in this league, obviously, it's a invite-only league, so only the best of the best can compete, and these two happen to be the best matchup for this week, so hopefully they prove to be worth it.
Other than
Proves to be a good game.
Yeah, what do you think is probably going to be the next best runner-up? I know there's a lot of people saying that Glybo-led team, what is it, Yuck, whenever they play against
Yuck,
should be really good.
I mean, the thing with Yuck, they're a great team, bro. Like, if you look on paper, Yuck, probably one of the best teams in the league. The availability of the players has a big deal to do with why they're not in more game of the weeks. You can have Glybo on your roster, you can have Stompin on your roster, but is he gonna play? That's it. It just comes down to availability, if they're going to be able to play or not.
Exactly. I mean, if you can't, show up to a game, what's the point of even being on a roster?
Exactly. I mean, I know Riddance. He's a cool guy. It really depends on if he's able to get Glybo to be in the lobby.
I mean, I'd have faith that he shows up tonight. I don't know for sure. I'd have to go check. But I mean, it's kickoff night, dude. You kind of gotta.
Yeah. I mean, when is that Yuck versus Obey? I mean, maybe Obey has a lot of big names that are in the tourney scene currently. So maybe that'll get Glybo to come out. I'm gonna be watching on your stream, by the way. I won't be on Ubisoft Connect.
Wait, oh, you're not. Yeah, I know you're not gonna be online. I'm just trying to find. Well, I sent in ads out to everybody. I'm waiting on them to add me back so I can get them in the lobby.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If they'd ever decide to add me back. But let me see. Let me just pull that schedule back up real quick. I know 5.2. They're not the most action-packed teams around, but I think that could be the closest game, out of all these being played, besides maybe that CC Miami Neon. Now, this one you're going to have to hear me out on, but first, let me the 5.2 Void, it'll be Friday at 9:30. They're on the same level with each other most of the time. Both those teams know how to counter each other. They're both good enough to beat one another. So that one's going to be interesting to see, and Cardi's going to be the one casting it, and his production level is just, the best I've seen. I mean, he puts me to shame, which is hard to do. But, as I was saying about that CC Miami Neon game, yeah, CC, I mean, hate to say it to you Miami Neon fans out there, but CC should blow them out of the water, dog walk them all day, can't see them, good night, Don't
as a CC player, man, they did beat us not too long ago. They're not a team to scoff at. They're not a bad team in particular. It just comes down to who's feeling better that day. Honestly, that's what a lot of these games are going to come down to, is who's playing better on the day. And I think that's what we're going to have to see in this WBZ Wave versus Order 00 matchup, is who's going to be more on today. Is it going to be Jeff Sicko, or is it going to be J-Way and ISO?
I mean, that J-Way ISO connection's hard to beat at times. I want to see the Order bring their full firing squad out tonight, and I hope that they do that. Because they're known to,
Yeah, I mean,
well, how do I word this? Film porns during games. They just screw around.
yeah. I mean, I don't expect anything but seriousness from this game. So hopefully they provide that. And even if they don't, then that's their own fault.
Yeah.
If they don't take it seriously, that's their own bad for pulling punches.
I mean, I could see this game being very close. It just depends on who's shooting. Kind of like I said, that CC Miami Neon connection. They could all counter each other. Like, every player here has a counter to one another. It's just a matter of who's going to show up tonight and who's going to actually play tonight. I mean, I can be in lobby, but doesn't mean I'm going to play.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We see, a lot of great teams with great players. Like we just said, Yuck. They have Glybo, they have Baby Gronk on their team. Those are two great players, but I have yet to see them play a single league match. Which it pains me to say because that's a potentially great duo that just haven't been exposed yet into the league scene.
See, that's what has scared me the most about Yuck. To me, they're untested in leagues. Like, they're a good tournament team from just the players they have, but we've never seen them show up to leagues. They all the stacks coming together for this. I don't want to put faith into an untested stack for leagues. Are they going to have the longevity to play out a season? I mean,
yeah,
Yep, continue.
Yeah, Obey. I was gonna say Obey is a little bit of the same. They haven't had the best reputation in the past for being very consistent with the 5-man or even being consistent with playing games in general. So it really depends on who's gonna show up.
Exactly. Let me see. I invited J-Way already. There he is. Okay.
I was also gonna mention the previous game of the week was gonna be Santos versus RPK. And then 5.2 players in Isolations and X9CP both joined Way. And that swayed public opinion on making this game of the week over Santos versus RPK.
Yeah, I completely I would have seen Santos RPK. That would have been a amazing one to see because both of those teams, RPK is again they're another. I don't want to say untested team as everybody in there has kind of played comp around, but I don't know if that stack has actually been together that long. Excuse me.
RPK. Yeah, RPK. So that's obviously that's I think model and comp. I don't know if you remember Team Sin.
I kind of remember Team Sin. Yeah, it's hold on, I have their confirmed roster here. It's Zaholi, Model, NBA Wire, Jelk, Brunate, Rough Sizzin, Minkcoat Miami. Wow, I'm surprised he actually left Miami Neon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Bilo is also now on that roster.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. So it's a lot of old Team Sin players in Z-Holy. Ruffy Season is Comp J Trump. He did with the little name change. Model TTV was also on Team Sin, and then a little bit of a newer Jaegerist vibe, in Bilo, NBA Wire, and Jelk. All those three players were on the previous Jaegers team.
I mean, that's a W team to pull from. I mean, Jaegerist for the longest time used to dominate in comp. Heck, I remember watching finals between you guys and Jaegerist all the time. So
yeah, I mean them and the old powerhouse in Team Sin, which was obviously not a force to be reckoned with when it came to comp in the league scene. They had a very big run and gun gameplay. With Z-Holy, that guy. He just goes crazy, man. He's a great aimer. What can I say? He's a great aimer, and with tools like Bilo and Model and comp around him, I mean, you can't really get any better than that.
Tool.
Nah.
But I mean, you can't underestimate Santos though.
Oh no, not at all.
I mean, I hate to say it, Runner. He's my buddy. He can be annoying. A lot of comp doesn't like him, but there's one thing they can't deny: the kid can shoot.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. He's nothing to be scoffed at as well, you know.
Exactly. Of course, they got always swing up on that roster. I mean, he's made a name for himself for how long, just off of being who he is, and same with like Nullify.
Yeah, Nullify. You know, we've seen him on other rosters like F2.
Yep.
F2, you know, back in their heyday, he was one of their better players. We also see another old Team Sin player in Rome Clear. And then we have some other old names like Sparks from VPR. You know, this roster is like a makeup of every old, you know, notable player who is still in the scene today, and I think it's a good roster. Honestly, it's a team that can go far.
Isn't Chile kind of like an up and comer? Like he's pretty decent. Like I've been hearing a lot about him. I have yet to actually see him play because
I think he made.
He's making his debut still.
Yeah, I think he made his like original debut in I think it was an old D1 team called Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
he was on that team. And you know he was probably the best on that team. You know, didn't belong in that. You know that team wasn't the best, but he was definitely a bright spot in their roster.
All right, let's move on to the next slide here. Let's talk about this Bravo division that we have.
Ooh. Okay, so obviously Bravo division, known to be.
There's the comp division. Like these guys are just.
Yeah.
These. I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, every team in this division is a great team by every standard. You know, in gun skill, in team chemistry, every team in here can hold their own against anyone in the comp scene. You know. So we have the Order right at number 1. Obviously, Jeff Sicko led team. They have Cryos, Kex, Vux, both past Free Smoke players. Cryos was on OG Tin Cans with Jeff Sicko. There's just a lot of chemistry in this team here. Not to mention these guys play like tourneys together all the time. You know, these guys play tourneys all the time, so even that, you know.
And since they made my chair just kicked. Since they made their debut, they've kind of made either every playoffs and just memed their way through playoffs and might have gotten knocked out, or they've just walked their way into finals and won the finals. Like regular seasons, they don't care too much about. They just kind of give the bare minimum to get to playoffs, and from there, they kick it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then with the CC. I mean,
yeah, there's CC.
Those guys just suck. I mean, what?
Yeah, CC, you know, always having a consistent 5. Arguably one of the better chemistry teams out there. You know, I would say only teams that could possibly have better chemistry is, I would say, Miami Neon, you know, or even the Order. You know, both teams have great chemistry. But yeah, CC, you know, we all know him to be, you know, always having that same 5, a consistent 5, so that always helps him.
All right, I hate to cut you off here. We'll make our way back to talking about divisions probably towards the end of the stream. But we do have everybody in the lobby. So real quick, what's your predictions? Because I'm here.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll let you go first. Who do you got tonight?
You know, based off the past performance, you know, in Scissors League, there was this exact game, this exact map. They went 8-6 with the Order. But I think they're going to learn from their mistakes, and I want to predict 8-7 Way.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going for the upset here.
Now, I've asked my community, and we've asked the community within this league. Through the polls, let's see. The Order versus Way. It is absolutely 25-25. 50 people voted. 50 people have said it'll be one or the other. What a cool ranking. Just happens to be game of the week.
Yeah, that is. I mean, hey, it's certainly setting the stage for it.
I mean, I know everybody's here probably saying they know who I'm gonna pick. Oh, it's gonna be the Order, and I mean, it just kind of has to be. They've got the star power, they got the gun skill. They've been
by all means, they're a great team.
And they've beat Way a couple times. Like, it's nothing new for them to just continue and push on. So I think we're gonna see it again tonight, especially with this being such a powerhouse game.
Yeah, I mean,
and they're now pressing me in chat that we need to get this thing started. So, you ready, Crypto?
I sure am.
All right, let's get rolling.
Let's get it on.
So yeah, back to you have Way going ahead. Oh, jeez, this thing is absolutely destroyed. I kind of could see Wei pulling a victory out of this one, but I gotta stand by my boys, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, it's you are the owner, or a owner of Double O Gaming, so
I kinda
always
gotta stick
always
with
got to
them.
root
They
for
my
your own
boys.
team, you know.
Exactly. Home team, home team.
But just hoping to see a good game out of both these teams.
All right, in the immediate Blackbeard ban, I mean, kind of knew coming into this, we're definitely gonna see one or two of those this week, as Blackbeard is just nutty. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Blackbeard is probably one of the most banned ops in every league right now. Blackbeard, he's just such a force to be reckoned with now. Now that he has a shield and an automatic rifle behind it.
But they
Second man
follow
gonna be
with
Dokkaebi.
typical. I mean, if you like, she's banned every time because she's just too strong. The DMR.
Yeah,
goes
I mean,
crazy.
the DMR, the SMG-12, you can the list goes on. You get 2 phone calls, really exposes defender positioning in terms of, sound cue. So that's a good ban coming off of Wei.
Exactly.
We have Mira as the defensive ban for Wei. She can be a very strong operator on this map, I've seen people play her on Canadian Mira, the bathroom Mira. There's a lot of good spots for Mira, and the order goes for a no ban for their defensive ban. So maybe a little bit of cockiness coming out of them, but we'll see if that comes back.
We are gonna get a slight pause as he disconnected. Oh, is he back in? I'll just give him the pause just real quick anyway, because I got a feeling we might need it. Okay, yeah, now he's in. We're gonna unpause it. Because, I mean, it's a disconnect. You kind of gotta,
Oh yeah, can never be too safe.
let me see. Good old Quickie is telling me to little bro, you're in my chat. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's go down.
Here we
and
go on
see
the,
what's set up.
Yeah, the order really likes to do this head hole with the BP setup on Armory Wall.
Yeah.
Very good for information for anyone trying to peek that CC window. Can really protect the person playing JO and even swing the head holes if they wanted to.
It looks like we're
Looks like they're
getting
making
more
a
than a head
rotate.
hole.
Yeah. Wow.
There is a pre-placed here. Oh, let me just pump over. Stand back down here.
Seconds to go.
We do see 3 switches from the 2 switches from the attacking team. An IQ to a Brava and a Flores to a Jackal. I assume because there was no Azami playing CC here. Okay, so we are gonna get a strong Armory jail hold from the order here. Let's see
And
where
Jeff actually
Wei's
on a
position.
spawn peak. Doesn't look like he's gonna find anybody with that.
We've got an active drone on the people top east. Does get shot.
Ban a zombie next time. Dun. Alright, ISO, wait, look at him. I think he's gonna be kind of the ones getting aggressive, because I know LST needs to keep his life. So ISO kind of has
Yeah,
to
LST
do that shield break, that someone to go in there and just start lighting them up.
Yeah, he is the entry on Ash, so obviously LST being probably one of the most important players on this team right now, as he is the ace, the only piece of hard breach that they even have. They are starting to reinforce that Canadian wall.
But here comes Vux.
Oh!
Just swing him.
Yeah, ISO just gets right off the swing.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
But LST gets taken down by
They gets the immediate refrag though on Bucks.
I mean, it's still a good trade if I'm Bucks. You got rid of their hard breach. I mean, it sucks losing a dock that early on, because you essentially lose 3 lives with it. But we're about to see Jeff Sicko maybe rip X9. A new one here. X9 walks straight into his angle.
Oh.
What is that? That is Kex coming up the flank here onto J-Way.
There's gridlock tracks here though. He could eat it or not. See if J-Way exposes himself to this angle. J-Way, I think, knows. He does. Jeff Sicko gets a pick on a Zelo. Tilo consequently leaving the game. Gets swung from the office triple wall. And the first round goes to the order in a nice 4 people still alive for the order here. So, very close to a flawless.
I mean, it's a couple days between Jeff and Bucks. Kind of what you like to see.
I think
I'm gonna
if Wayne
pause
needs to,
timer real quick until he gets back in here.
yeah, Wayne needs to really Wayne needs to really step it up if they wanna even get in the building, because they took what, top east only. They took
Yeah,
top
they-
east, and
They couldn't get pressure anywhere else. They were stuck there.
yeah, no, not only that, as border goes, it's already a gun heavy map, gunfight heavy map, really a lot of trades going around everywhere. So they're just really lacking on the trade gameplay here. They got maybe one trade. They got one trade out, and that was
Yeah.
on Savux after killing their hard breach.
I was about to say, it's not even a good trade that you really want to take. You lost your hard breach. Like, out of everything to happen, that's probably the worst.
Yeah, they just need to find alternative ways to take more map control, like even maybe throwing a Ying into jail, something where they can take break or take a CC, something where they can take more map control, because just having east while being flanked and being swung from the triple wall is not ideal.
Like, even if they
Attackers
go
need
over
to
to the
locate and
main
defuse
wall
as many bombs
and just start making noise, you don't even have to, be aggressive pushing it. Just try to get it open, Put your hard breacher to good use to try and open up that CC sidewall,
Yeah,
Hold
exactly.
their eyes, hold their ears.
Yeah, everyone pushing one spot is never gonna work out well.
Attackers have located.
Never has and it never will.
We do see the side being switched to bathroom tellers here. We are gonna maybe get a vertical hold. We have a Fenrir, very trap heavy, Fenrir Frost and Legion with the Wamai for grenades and stuns.
Yeah.
Looks like we might be getting a vertical hold here from the order.
Ooh, Jeff with a Bosch GA card.
Attackers objective.
And a spawn peek
Jeff
coming.
narrowly misses a drone there. They see him spawn peeking. Let's see if they can get an early pick off of it. Probably not though. That pixel with the Bosch G is deadly.
To be honest, it doesn't even look like they're worried about it.
Yeah, which is
Maybe
honestly
they're,
the smart decision. If you don't need to take a gunfight, don't.
Exactly. Maybe they're heeding our advice a little bit and deciding to push this roam out, or this clear out a little bit. And they do have packs with a good drone on them. Who's that season?
They do, and they get a X9 gets a early pick onto the Fender. That means he cannot switch any more Fender devices. Jeff Sicko gets a trade. Jeff Sicko downs another one. Jeff Sicko finally gets traded out by Ziloway though. However, Isoway does get downed. Another player in 90 taking a direct gunfight on the gridlock here.
Pushing for this kill. He needs to worry more about the guy that's alive at his doorway.
He's really trying to take this down player.
Oh, he desperately wants it. His Kex runs out and eats some damage. That was, I believe, J-Way, who is over in offices. And they're trying
You get
to
the res off.
who does get one of the kills.
Oh, Ziloway does get the trade on Vux though. Cryos gets a kill on J-Way. That's their ram. That's most of the verticality gone. However, they do still have this Abana. Ziloway taking out. There's this Legion still in break room. They do have an active drone in him though. Ziloway making the smart decision to rotate into Arsenal. However, Kex does know, and he's gonna cut him off.
I
see if he
guess
just-
Zilo probably
he
rushed
just-
this site because he knows Kex is off.
He just straight drops side. Kex really isn't at any HP to be taking a gunfight now.
No, he needs to do something though to try and even this out in his favor a little bit. LSTB making the smart play with Zilo and droning himself in, droning Zilo in. So that way, they can find where Kex is at. As long as he's not in sight, I don't think it matters where he is though.
They do have a pixel onto 90. LST finishing the round off, making it 1-1 as a tie round for our second round.
That's honestly
Yeah, Kex there was
decent pick there.
Yeah, that was honestly every issue that we seen from the last round with the trade outs were really just fixed there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, let me know if anything happens in my chat. I can't watch chat and the match chat at the same time.
Yeah, no, I've been keeping an eye on it. Nothing really going on.
If anybody starts logging or something, just let me know.
Yep.
Add a tab like in between the two because I gotta keep an eye on match chat in case someone says, "Hey, we need to rehost." Hey. we need
Oh
to
yeah. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on the chat for you.
That's my biggest issue. I'm always like, I'm trying to be my people person and communicate with my chat because usually chat's kind of booming, especially during good matchups. So I'll miss things that happen in the Discord. Right, you could pull text to pick
This is
that
the
up.
Legion. It looks like we're getting the same holdout from the order now.
Maybe they'll win a couple more gunfights.
Gotta make-
I guess. There's really
Yeah, they gotta make a couple adjustments here. You can't keep your Fender isolated in CC. Gotta have someone to help him out.
5 seconds left.
I just don't think they got the chain to him fast enough. The way I always picture Siege is chain links. I just don't think they had his chain link around to him yet.
Oh yeah. I get you. They weren't. They didn't have him. You know, they didn't have anyone direct there for the refrag. Jessica did get a good down on ISO, but that's really all they got from it.
It's another one that he isolated himself to go get that down.
Yeah.
Now we've seen a body get thrown to go finish it.
See Jayway on this archives window.
X9
Taking
already
CC
rushing
control
security.
fairly quick. There is a player 90.
Between Zelo and X9, we're going to be seeing this CC get pushed hard and quick. Over ISO with a nice pick on a Kex.
Oh, it's a great pick. Jeff Sicko is on these stairs right now, kind of ratting. Does turn on his visual scanner, so they don't know where he is. While Mike comes up east, gets the camp shot. Seems like there's a double up east. Jeff Sicko peeking break group. Ooh, Zelo just dodges his crosshairs.
And
Oh no, that's
X is
Bucks.
able
Bucks takes a pick
Zelo.
on him. X9 gets to pick off Jeff.
I mean, let's see where these defenders are. We have Vux coming up metal stairs. He knows
They have a
X9
cam on
is
him.
waiting there. They had live pings on him. That's when I think it's probably a calm issue. If you need to call out, hey, he's crouch level. Hey, you
Attackers
know,
have recovered their device.
something more than just he's on my ping. Because I could have saved.
Still a 2v4 in favor of Wei, and the site is Bathroom Tellers. I don't. Gets it down on a East. Last player is still upstairs, and gets taken out by Jayway. There it goes. Round 3 comes in order of comes in favor of Wei. It's now 2-1. Coming in through the half of split.
I mean, maybe Wei is using this as their get back.
Maybe. I mean, you know, like I said, hopefully they learned a couple things from the last matchup they had.
I would hope so. And I'm going and sharing my thing right now.
Oh, you're good.
Wow, Quickie, that's
So we
just
have-
Defuse as many bombs as they can.
All right, Cookie. We do have the same CC hold, or I'm sorry, the same Armory Archives hold from the order, the one that won him the first round. Let's see if Wake can maybe try to get more map control this time. That was their biggest problem. That was their biggest problem in round 1.
Here's the thing too, though. Looking at Jeff, he swapped off that high risk, high reward to help the team out a little bit more, which that could bring them some more rounds. I mean, that was something that was kind of lacking, is everybody was kind of alone.
10 seconds left.
Not only that, you can see their whole lineup. It's very Yuto based. So if Wayne wants to get to the building, they have a good amount of Yuto to clear in those, you know, those Banshees and those Jammers, even Goyos and Legion Mines. You know, they have so much to clear in order to get into the building. So good on the order for playing such heavy Yuto.
I mean, they're a team that should just win off gun skills. Jeff gets taken down first by LST.
Wow, that's a great first pick. I guarantee they had a cam on him as well. I believe he just wallbanged him through East door. More or less the same lineup except Zelo on the blitz. It looks like he's going to fast entry into CC window. If not, he's going to go straight onto Armory head holes. They do have the BP still. Let's see if they see him as a blitz.
Oh, I believe that was Pax that could see him.
Defender is exposed.
Oh wait, they're losing their utility. This blitz rush will be deadly here in like 2 seconds. I know it's coming. Blitz did take security, but bad positioning for him is now he has really no way out. He has to take the fight with Kex. Is Pax able to slam Jay?
Pax.
That's his line of like defense running backwards.
Yeah, that was a great pick by Pax.
That's
do
a
still have
round
this,
changing pick by Pax.
No doubt. We still have this Legion playing Jail. Zelo taking a lot of damage, but Kex is also.
The bomb diffuser.
Bucks taking down LSD. That's their hard breach gone.
X9
Zelo have
Vux
very
is
low
down,
HP.
though. And they're rushing in, taking out that blitz. Good kill onto him. They still have X9 and ISO alive though.
There's two that are like hairline HP and Pax and Kex. One shot will take both of them down surely. X9 already in break. ISO trying to rotate around to CC window. X9 taking down Kex. That's one of the 1 HP players. We still have Pax at very, very low HP and Cryo's at full HP. Cryo swings catwalk and takes down X9. It's a 1v2 in favor of order. ISO is still at full HP. Just needs to land one bullet on this mute.
Or the mute
Pax
has-
sitting patiently behind
That's
the wall.
a nah,
Yes, picked off.
The shotgun. Here comes Kraus though. And it's gonna be a
Gunfight coming out. Both at similar HP. ISO with the better gun takes the
swing.
takes the gunfight onto Cryos and just gives him the work. There it is, round 4 in order of Way. It's now 3-1.
Like I said, maybe I'm thinking Way's using this for their get back.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. You know, losing to a team like the Order, you know, you always feel like, man, I could have done better. And you know, now they're showing it that they can.
So I just received news. Crypto, are you here just to scout the Order and Way? Bro's out here
You know,
stealing the strats. Like this is pro
I'm
league.
trying to popular belief. I'm here to make, you know, the stream
Locate
for Champions League better. You know, obviously these teams are both stellar teams. You know, it's always good to watch them, but this is solely for the league.
Sure, buddy. I'll believe you. Just close that Google Doc that has quote unquote the Order strat book.
Yeah.
Now that's watching this is making me kind of realize more and more. The way to beat the Order is quite simple. It's the way you beat most frag heavy teams. Isolate. You push them alone.
You isolate
them
a freak.
off, and they're free. I mean, they're not free to me. I suck. I can't aim to save my life. But if you make them have to take that 1 versus 2, they're gonna lose it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a great game plan by Way. I see, and you know, coming in action, they find someone that's isolated, like say Pax on that Fender and CC. They take him out, boom, instant man advantage. And the Order isn't a team that'll just sit and wait and look at your man advantage go down. They'll give a reswing. You know, they're not afraid to reswing you. And you know, with Way, you know, they kind of expect it.
I was about to say, the Order will solo swing a 2-man peak just because they want that kill.
No doubt, no doubt. Very aggro team, but you know.
Well, they've got faith in
I'm
their
sorry,
teammates being able to clutch. That's just how they've always been.
Yeah, each of these players are great in their own standard. So we do see more of a slow push coming from the Ways, you know. More slow, more calculated, you know, getting people in their positions for their pushes. We do see a Flores bottom metal, J-Wage running out 90. We have a Brava still trying to get as much of those Banshees as she can.
X9's walking up east side. I mean, they really don't know he's there. I don't think they have a ping on him. However, Bucks is able to find him with a good, long, weird angle.
Yeah, so it's more of a one-way coming from Bucks there. That's a great angle for him.
Oh, absolutely. But they're losing a ton of their utility due to ISO, and honestly, I'd love to see Brava being played. She's not played nearly enough because her guns aren't the greatest, but the amount of utility that she can take over, I mean, like, even just take a sound beeper over. That can completely flip around because that sound beeper could be their only line of, I'm knowing somebody's there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
J-Way's in and active, but Vux will find him.
That's a 2-piece for Vux this round. We still have 3 people alive for Way.
He's starting to peek him. I mean, I'm giving credit to LST, but I'm giving credit to Vux. That fight's going either way. ISO Way does go up there into the East Hall. And it looks like he's trying to take a long angle onto this Legion.
He's getting quick peeks. The Legion gets a headshot on the Legion.
Vux up to a triple, though, will get fragged down by ISO. However, ISO gets swung by Cryos. Now down to a 1v3 situation, and Zelo is not trapped. That East hallway. Jeff hitting
just
through the wall. Jeff
fine.
going for the reswing, and trading is down just for a life.
There goes Jeff, you know, being good old Jeff, being very, you know,
I mean,
his aim, man, his aim. He has good aim. You know, that's all I can say, you know. He takes a 1 and, you know.
Pretty aggressive swing to pull there, but just absolutely worth it.
Especially, you know, that Flores was pretty low HP. I'd say he's about like 30 or 40, so that gunfight was, you know, in favor of Jeff all the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
Just
bombs
reading
as they
through
can.
Runner is calling me out in the caster chat, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you've read it yet, but Crypto just did a self-reflect. Losing to the Order makes you think you could have done better.
Hey, it's true, man. I've thought that multiple times. You know, like, man, you know, that the reason I say it is from experience. You know, I'm not just speaking out of just, you know, just because I think I know. Like, no, I know what it's like to lose to the Order, man. You know.
I'll put
But
it
hey,
like
hopefully
this,
we
though.
change that soon.
Every league that like you two play in, they had to put you on the same side of the bracket. And I mean, not just jokingly saying that, I mean, they've actually had to because they didn't want two of the same group making finals for every league. That's talking to the people who own these leagues, they had to make sure they do that. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So maybe now that you guys, you kind of went wild, boys. I mean, respect the decision. I actually kind of like that for y'all. Get that money, y'all are worth it. But it's gonna be a little bit funny now to actually see some really comp finals coming in.
Yeah, hopefully. Here we go, coming back to the game. It was almost the first split. Way pushing looks like East over, while Order is holding a big vert hold over Ventilation.
X9.
Oh,
go
some
for that
floor banks
floor
coming
bang.
out from X9.
I would have liked to see
On
that
the
happen.
IQ scanner.
It's sad, but I would have liked it.
Yeah, that would have been a kill for sure. That would have been a very funny kill. It looks like we have more or less the same lineup as they do every round with the Ram, the Ace, and the Gridlock.
If it ain't broke though and it keeps working, why change?
Yeah, exactly. Buck's getting a little aggro on that sandwich window, trying to get someone on that Archives balk.
Well, he may be. It's just the Order are just kind of keeping themselves up.
This is good from Way though. They're slowly clearing all their util and they're constricting. They're constricting the Order as more time goes on. They're taking more and more map control. As we can see, X9 taking the first pick on the Vux. That's their bandit down. No more bandit picking for him. Jeffsicle gets down to 1 HP, playing pretty aggro on this Archive single. Kest getting the refrag on the LST.
But that's not even just a normal refrag. That takes the hard boost down. That could be very
It does.
Pax swings J-Way and gets rid of that Ram, the utility. And the stim comes from Pax.
Yep, there we go. Jeff back at full HP. Now it's a 3v3 in favor of no one, really. Still a minute to go. Oh, no, there's a 4v3. Pax is still alive. ISO gets a one thing on the cryos.
I think he was honestly trying to spray for Jeff, though. But Jeff swings down into Zelo.
That's a great kill. X9 getting a refrag on a Kex. Jeffsicle getting a little aggro, trying to swing onto this Twitch. X9 gets some damage off on Jeffsicle. There you go. ISO re-swinging. Ooh, almost just loses the pixel battle to Pax. It's a 3v2 now with Pax at full HP.
I think we've seen this whole game. Like, angle-wise, that has got to be the tightest.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Jeff now down in Workshop. X9, I think, is more worried about the vertical. I don't think he's going to be looking for Jeff, who was dropped, and will lay some damage and then kill him.
What is he doing?
He was more worried about people
He's
above
oblivious. Him. Yeah, I think he thought he was getting shot from the vert there, but it was just Jeffsicle hiding behind the mattress.
I mean, good on him. I understand looking for that vertical, but you got to be, like, worried about what's in front of you as well. But that's just part of the game.
Just bad luck. We do find a 3-3 split though, and and this is known to be an attacker-sided map, so a 3-3 split for Way is not really what you want to see. But let's see if they can bring it back. I see the Azami is getting picked, and I was thinking to myself when the bans were coming out, Azami's a very strong pick on this map. She can create walls, she can create angles out of nowhere, and that CC hold with Azami is always pretty hard to clear.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing though. The Order is an attacking-sided team. I don't know if you've ever... Well, I was about to say, I don't know if you've ever witnessed that, but you've played them multiple times, so I can't... It sucks having a caster that actually plays the game, bro. But you know as well as I do, when it comes to attack, they can usually start ripping them.
Yeah, so the Order, with their style of play, it's, obviously very gun-heavy. On this gun-heavy map, there's little angles where you can see from catwalk window all the way into office. So all these little angles, there's a lot of room for just sneaky little angles for the Order to hold, get a couple picks on Order in their favor, and make the round sway in their favor as well.
Kratos will be bringing the Monty Shield. I don't want to say we're gonna see a rush pick because they really don't have a rush plant setup, but I know we're definitely gonna be seeing him try and contest that Archives door. Or east side. I mean, he's gonna be contesting hard out that direction.
Wow, look at this jail setup coming from Way. This is this is a crazy setup. This would be insane for anyone to push.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little difficult. A lot of good head angles being set up. However, they do have like some hard breachers. You know, they can wallbang, they can ping. There's a lot that go into them taking this that they might just get lucky enough to pull out.
Sicko does ash charge the right side of that office
Vux.
triple wall. Oh, Vux, yeah, very. You don't really see Jeff Sicko not on ash that often. Zelo gets a great pick on the Vux though. Wow, that was a great
top
kill.
frag.
It sure is. Cryo's on the Monty. He's in the office right now, putting pressure on that Canadian, on that Malusian Canadian. J-Wade getting a little cheeky on this little pixel angle. Jumping out, gets killed immediately though by Kex.
I hate
Getting
that
that radio
guy,
single
but I
wall.
understand that jump out. It was desperation. He did get a charge onto that wall right in front of him. Jeff making his way through break. I think he's gonna sneak up on this Legion here, and he will lay some damage, and then go for a swing onto him. The zombie needs to get in to help their boy.
Jeff Sicko, they do have a cam on Jeff Sicko at 90. They know he's there. Cryo's taking up more space. Jeff Sicko gets a kill on the X9. That's their Legion gone. 4v3 and 4v3 in favor of the order. ISO playing that armory.
Down from Pax. Ooh, I thought he was about to get that good frag. That's why I started with his name first.
Pax is taking time to drone though.
Being kind of smart just to try and annoy them a little bit is they push Jay Wade straight into Pax. It's now down to ISO in a 1v4. He does have a live ping. And here comes the teaser.
They're holding a long eagle onto him from office window. Wow, that's just a great angle on the hollow as well.
No defense or no ACOGs on defense right now was crazy work according to Model.
Yeah, that is. There was no ACOGs. Most they had was that Malusi on the MP5, but even that's just a hollow. Great gun, but still a hollow.
There's no ACOGs. It's kind of a wild thing to see because this game used to be built around them like entirely. So the Nazi one pulled out. It's a bit odd.
I can see why though. It's a very close quarters map, so you know the saying that's an ACOG gunfight. You know where you're just so close to them, you just swipe left and right, and you can never really trace them correctly. So hollows are not a bad pick for this map, but you know you got to go with the good old ACOG.
All right, let's move down here. Let's see. They're bringing LST on the Azami again. Do a quick fly through. I think we're gonna see the exact same hold that we seen last time. Again, I think they're just gonna pull the mentality of if we just win an extra gunfight here and an extra gunfight there, we'll win this map, or we'll win this positioning. But
Attackers are heading out to
they didn't win them last time. You know, I'm all for like trying to build that confidence up, but you gotta keep yourself like differentiated throughout the whole game. You know what I mean?
So we do see J-Way playing this power position. This is a power position we see very common in PC Pro League, where we have a Warden playing on this hallway single reinforcement. You know, you can swing into top east door, top east stairs. You still have that cam on you. He did have two fenders set up on both doors as well, so that'll help him tremendously with staying alive in this power position.
The whole time
You know, I don't-
was building, they always tried to keep somebody up in here. Usually Jeff, as he was playing the Goyo and could swing any direction, but we'll see J-Way giving it up immediately.
Yeah, I think it's that Monty. It just adds so much pressure. It adds so much pressure on the on that power position there, because he can just completely ignore him and just stand right in front of him the whole time.
Yeah, it looks like Pax already using his drone, getting in there and taking it on their utility. Cryos is low. He had to have taken just a couple rounds to see walk up.
Yeah, I don't know if we see any sets of impacts here. I don't think we do. If anything, the Azami or the Malusi will have him. Malusi might have ran the BP though.
I think she did. And here comes that ace charge to try and open up this. Did he open the wall? No.
Yeah, he opened up that radio wall. He opened up the radio wall, so that's a long angle to side. Vux and Pac both getting great picks. Two immediate refrags back on the LST from Vux. It's a 2v4 in favor of the order now. Let's see if Zelo and X9 can pull something off.
X9 will get swung by Vux, and he's up to a triple. And now it's down to Zelo as he's being pushed hard by Jeff. The Monty's cornering him. He's just kind of scared as Jeff comes running at him with a pistol.
Yeah, that's a tough, that's a tough fight.
That ain't even
That's a
a tough
tough
fight.
fight to
That's just a hard one. It's
That's
just
bullying,
unwinnable.
man. That's bullying.
That's the end of the round. You see the multi coming at you and somebody diving over a counter with a pistol in hand, just lay down and accept the round's over.
Yeah, you know, you have a Monty, you have the full enemy team having full site control. What can you do?
Just start teabagging and hope they give you the round. That works in ranked on random occasions. However, this is coming from a certified bronze player, so we throw around here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being.
Here we go with Way on their third defensive round. Third defensive round. Finally switching the side to Bathroom Tellers. We do finally see a Goyo on ACOG here with X9. You know, I've been looking for, you know, one of them, either ISO or X9, to be playing a little bit more
Probably
aggro
also
position.
got one too. I'm assuming he's gonna have shotgun on his back.
Oh, dude, that bot, she's just too unstoppable not to run.
And Zelo also is bringing one here on the TCSG. Didn't they just recently buff, like literally this patch that just happened? They buffed the TCSG and kind of nerfed it as well. If I remember reading the patch notes, they upped the damage of it.
5 seconds.
But
Yeah, but they
changed the
lowered
damage.
the damage on range.
Attackers are moving.
But they did significantly increase the damage on on the TCSG from, I believe, 60 to 75.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So that in
60
itself
to
is just-
75, which is a massive jump up for this game. Where 110 is your average HP, because there's not many 3 armors
yeah.
that get played, and like in pro league and competitive, those people are trying to play fast. So to see a 3 armor is just very rare.
See, I don't know if I like this whole coming from Way. They're too separated. They're too separated. X9 is by himself inside of break. Does have Goyos helping him, but I mean, what's his last resort? Dropping that CC hatch maybe? Oh, he does have a rotate into 90, but no reinforcement, so he could just get wall banged.
I like him dropping off that back to his friends. Looks like him and Ice are just gonna have to like kind of duo roam this. And that's their only like chance of survival. They gotta stick to each other and just play like glue.
They do. I like this Zofia pick coming from Bucks. Zofia being one of the most all-around operators, I would say, on attacking. You know, it does come at a price of only being a 1-speed, but she has the options of hard breaches, she has soft breach, and she has stuns. Here we go, X9 and ISO, not knowing someone's in maintenance. Jeff Sicko might be able to get a gunfight here. No, he just runs out of supply window. ISO and X9 both
just
doubling
at
up.
the hip to each other right now. It's honestly kind of hilarious.
That's great,
When
though.
you have
ISO and
Bucks
X9
on
been
metal. I mean, this is one where you
trying
need
to
a
maybe
drone.
get that pick.
Get a wall bang.
Getting the counter flank Claymore down.
Like it.
ISO
like
having
it.
an impact ready in hand. I think he does hear that Claymore is getting put down top middle. Monty going down east stairs. Looks like there's going to be a square take here.
I mean, it's castled off. You might as well, if he opens that single wall and lets that Monty in, then they can just kind of.
I don't know. LST is right next to that wall.
That wall's free now.
Yeah, they did
I'm
have a
not
live
taking
ping on him.
ISO and
Oh,
X9
bad impact on him.
impact. But they now have that rotate in to try and take bomb square, and they will take
X9.
Jeff's life with it.
X9 now in a great position here to take out that Brava next. Getting wall banged from top catwalk. Monty in sight. Pax taking on
Pax is a
X9.
gunner right now, so-
ISO losing that gunfight at X9 as well. Zelo getting the pick onto that Monty with the C4. That's a great pick. That's almost all their map control ability gone. They do have Telus control though. Jay
Jax
holding a
is
nice
going
angle
for
on that guy.
Good kill on the Bucks there from Zelo. He's taken down by Pax. He's up to a triple. J-Way now taking down the guy who defused. However, the diffuser is planted. J-Way has to pull a trick out of a hat here. He does have that barricade to hide behind, but it looks like he's going to be trying for square control. As Pax
He has
is
that
hiding
pass
back
rotate.
square stairs. What was that?
Yeah, he has that passport rotate I was saying. See if he can win
I
this
think
gunfight. Still
Pax
some
is
time
ready for
left.
it, though. He sees his hand and good play to try and pre-fire and run. But you just gotta buy more time. You know? You have pings on him too. A good pick from
No more
Pax.
defusing. Pax went nuclear that round. Got I believe it was a 3-piece.
4K.
4K, wow. Yeah, Pax.
I'm pretty sure
Pax
it was
doing great
because
that
he
round.
picked, what, X9 and ISO. think he picked Zelo as well, and then got that kill on a Jay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did pick Zila. That was a 4K. 3-6 order is on top here on match point. Let's see if Wei can find a way to bring this back. No pun intended.
I mean,
So far, it's just, Wei
A
just
lot
being
of
completely
people,
constricted by order.
yeah, a lot of
Attackers
people
need
throughout
to
this
locate
week
and defuse as many
we're kind of
bombs.
saying it's probably going to be like a 4-7 or a 3-7 game. But whoever you talk to, that differentiated between which team. Like, a lot of people were thinking more blowout because they know the order likes to troll. So they were thinking the order might get blown out by Wei if Wei shows up in prime condition. There's people out there, though, that know that the order comes out gunning. So they were putting Wei down on the loser's bracket. Honestly, I was thinking
Yeah,
it's
no, I
gonna
don't
be a lot
think-
closer of a game. I was kind of agreement with you. It's going to be like an 8-7 double OT matchup. You know what I mean?
Like we said about Wei, learning from their past mistakes, I believe the order probably did that too. That's Wei being a new team, they have room for improvement in all subjects, but the order is just, I think they know that Wei isn't a team you can really troll with.
Nah, they're not some of these like lower echelon D1 teams. These guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
They just need to
what can
get
you expect
together
from
a little
Champions
more.
League, right?
I mean, you guys made a good selection picking these ones.
Here we go, Cryos on the Monty again, trying to take, I believe, catwalk control.
Yes, it will be. And they have Jay-Way, who's eating a lot of fire damage there as he was on these stairs. If they hear that he's getting hit by this, they're going to know to swing him, but I don't know if they could hear it.
Yeah, he gets taken down a pretty, I think about half HP just by his own Goyo fire.
I mean,
That's
to me,
not great
a
for
very,
Jay-Way,
very
but-
winnable gunfight. X9 is there to kind of push off and win.
Jay-Way still taking confrontation. Vux not looking at Jay-Way, he kind of whiffs. Takes him down to really low HP though. Vux killing the ISO as a result of Jay not killing Vux. Jeff Seiko gets the kill on the Jay-Way coming back down these stairs.
Or X9,
X9 though taking down
back.
Pax.
I mean, it's just kind of... I think it's going to be a back and forth gunfight. They have Zelo kind of trapped in. Oh, if he would have ripped him through that C4, that probably would have been... Oh, well, no. Is that inside or out?
I believe I was outside. Or inside, I'm sorry, inside the building.
I was gonna say, that could have been an easy pick for him. However, I think we got them... Monty and Vux kind of trying to collapse over to where ISO was. However, he does drop that hatch and he's out. He's down there now with LST. I mean, all these defenders
this
now
is
not
a-
bunkered, but pretty close to it.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for Wei here. It's a 3v4 in favor of the order. And they're all inside, that you can really just get angle killed here.
Nope, they have that exact same setup that they brought last time with the castle. That really screwed them. So they have Kex opening it up. They need to do something different. I think they do have the long angle. Yeah, they have a little bit of a longer angle there as Monty's going to go in and plant. Smoke's
Oh, that's a
coming,
great
Zelo's
smoke coming up
C4.
from him. You gotta throw that C4, Zelo.
Doesn't hit it!
Oh! Great play by Cryos backing up at the last second after that C4 rip.
It's not
Zelo
on the
taking
ceiling,
down Kex.
1v3.
LSD taking down. There we go. 7-3. Wow. 7-3. Order takes it.
I mean, it was 50-50 going into this one. Everybody was pretty, well, literally the polls tied for it. But just honestly, a great game. Stellar one coming from Vux and Jeff at 13-8 and 13-4. And Pax also put in some very heavy work at 10-5. But Kex and Kraus, to me, kind of the real heroes as they were the supports. The walls always got open, and that Monty was just so vital to them making any sort of forward push.
Yeah, man. That Monty was just a huge space taker for the order, especially in a map like Border where space is just so crucial because everything's so close together. It was a huge help for the order there. I think, maybe Wei can take a page out of their book and maybe, either ban Monty or bring him next time.
Exactly. So, looking at the division chart, we're now going to see the order go up 1-0 and Wei go down 0-1. Now, we talked a lot about Bravo Division before the game started, so let's get back to that, previous conversation we were having. Let's bring up Alpha Division.
Alpha
What's your-
Division. Okay, so Alpha Division, great. Honestly, if you see Alpha Division in any other league, that's the best division in the league, hands down.
I,
But no, not in Champions League. I'm saying in any other league, if you see Alpha Division in any other league, that's gonna be the best division in that league.
Yeah, unless
That's how
the people,
stacked. That's
unless
just how
Bravo
stacked Bravo
Division's in
Division
there,
is.
then it's gonna be Bravo Division. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to be
I'm
that
saying
guy.
that's just how stacked Bravo Division is. Is that they make Alpha Division look like a weak division? You know.
Exactly. But who do you see coming out on
But-
top of Alpha?
wow. I mean, Alpha, man. Alpha's a great division. Like I said, we have FVR, RPK, 5.2. We have some newer D1 teams, who've been around but haven't been at the top of their, game, like God's Favor, Void. It's been on a little, downhill slope. Getting back up there though with some new additions to their lineup. All in all,
New Void
I
additions are
can.
scary.
Oh yeah, it's what it's old FVR players, coming to Void. Honestly, yeah, it's a good roster. It's a good roster, hands down. Who I see
Are we
with
getting a post game interview? Do we want to do a post game interview?
I mean, if it's up to you. I mean, I'm down. I'm down to get one of them in here.
I'll ask who wants one. But now I'm thinking the top of this division is either going to be FVR or RPK. 5.2 lost a couple of very valuable players. Santos is really good, but they can also fall apart really fast. You really don't see them in too many D1 leagues. And Void has the skill now. They can bring it out on top. They're just lacking a lot of that chemistry between a couple of their new players to a couple of their old rostered players. So they just got to kind of work that chem issue out, and I think Void will probably be like second or third place, but they're definitely going to make it above that playoff cutoff, in my personal opinion. But the top ones are going to be either FVR or RPK.
So it is a big hit to 5.2 losing three really great players in Dean Way, ISO, and X9. Those are all three very great players. Passionate players. On the bright side, they lost those players, but they did gain Zemphy and Visix, coming from the order. Those two players are, great players in themselves. They're notable players. You think of Zemphy and Visix, and you're like, do I really want to go against them? But, those are great additions that 5.2 got, and, hopefully they can fill that void that ISO and X9 left.
That's a hard void to fill. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but looking at the screenshot now, like from the game we just watched, X9 and ISO were top of the leaderboards. Now, sure, Zelo did outfrag ISO by 1 kill, but Zelo also had 1 extra death, and I think ISO was, Zelo was the main support, so he's going to have a lot of points farming in, but ISO, I think, just edged him out points-wise for doing his job. But X9 and ISO, they're hard to replace.
Yeah, very hard. But as for who I see winning this league or winning this division, me personally, I would say FVR. I think if everyone on FVR shows up like how they used to, or even how they do now, they're a great team. They're a force to be reckoned with, especially with the Naros, and you have other players on there like I believe NBA Gino. You have great players on there that are just complete fraggers. So as for winning Alpha Division, I could see FVR in that top spot.
Oh, absolutely. I could see FVR in that top spot. They're old Jaegerist. Honestly, look at the stat.
Mhm.
It's Jaegerist.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get much better than them because they ran leagues for how long? Well, they ran them until CC came along, and then CC ran them. Like, you guys are kind of that bullying factor that pushed them down a peg. Like, not down a peg. It was still every finals was between you two. But there's still just a god stack when they get in and they get clicking.
Yeah, so I can see FVR for sure winning that. With some challenges, obviously, from 5.2. If 5.2 starts to, either play more or gain more chem with Zemphy and Visix, get them formulated around their type of play style. Because I know they used to be on 5.2, but it's been a good minute. They were on Interlinked, and then they joined the order. Now back to 5.2.
Weird to not see them on the order.
Yeah. I mean, now they're back on 5.2.
They asked them like at the end of the season, not even the end of the season, when he joined the order. What brought him to that was, do you want to win? Yes. Here, let's go. So that he joined them, and that just kind of became part of their stack.
Yep.
And when he came in, he was a game wrecker. Visix was an absolute game wrecker when he came in, because they could save him till map 3 or map 4, throw him into clean sweep and end it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Those, like I said, Zampi and Vicious, those guys are great players in themselves. So if 5.2 is more of a structured team, more of a strat heavy team. So if stretch the IGL of 5.2 can get them formulated around their game plans. I think if 5.2 can be also a contender for the top of the division.
Yeah, and Stretch is one, like, people count him out because he's not that great. Dude, Stretch is a good player, and from what I gather, a great IGL to have in there. Like, I hear a lot of people talk good about him when they're on his team. I've never really heard bad from people who are on that team. Amplix, I think I remember him fragging out last time I casted a 5.2 game. I gotta start trying to remember players more, especially if you're trying to do a job, like, do these. But I swear to you, Amplix, I think, fragged out hard and heavy last time I watched him.
Yeah, I do remember that name. So if they all, like I said, if they all show up, man, it'll be a dogfight for the top of Alpha Division for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But it's not looking like anybody's coming in for an after action cast and after action report from them. So I think we sign off at this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I can agree, man. It was a great game to watch. Hopefully, Way learns from this. Hopefully, the Order, keep playing how they're playing, and I think we're in for a great Bravo Division standings at the end of the season.
I think Bravo Division, again, I think it's the hardest of the two, and it's the most up in the air of who's going to come out on top. Because if Yuck and Obey get firing how they're supposed to, they're going to be a very, very scary team. So only time will tell. Let's see what happens. Later.
Indeed. Later, man.